Oh boy, what has PewDiePie gotten himself into this time? So most of you are aware of what happened with Demi Lovato. She overdosed on heroin. The entire world came to a standstill in her defense. And then PewDiePie makes, I guess, what I can only classify as a shit joke on Twitter about the entire debacle. And the dude becomes, as of right now at least, the fifth most trending topic in America on Twitter over this one joke. Now let me give a disclaimer before everyone starts, getting their panties in a twist and crying, okay? The joke wasn't really that funny. It was kind of a shit joke. I mean, I think he realistically could have done much better, but I'm just really gonna come out and say it. PewDiePie didn't do anything wrong. This entire outrage over him making this joke is not only hypocritical for the most part, but it's just fucking stupid. Like, I honestly just can't imagine sitting on Twitter and just getting offended over tweets, over jokes, you know what I'm saying? Humor is very subjective, obviously. There is a saying that goes something like, but there's definitely a difference between making funny, edgy humor and just being a dick. I think that we all know that. If you're being funny, then obviously it's a joke and people should take it way less seriously. And while I didn't find the joke funny, there was still plenty of people who found it funny, right? Like, I'm sure it had thousands of retweets and likes and things like that. I mean, he's got a huge fan base with all kinds of different people. To assume that everyone was outraged over this joke is just, and that's asinine to say. But here is just what I don't understand, right? People are such hypocrites when it comes to drug abuse, addiction, and when it's okay to make jokes about things like this, right? Because a lot of the same people who are crying over Demi Lovato overdosing on heroin, specifically the ones that I know, not only lambast actual heroin addicts in real life and make fun of them and talk down on them, but when people like Lil Peep died, he died from a fentanyl overdose, very similar situation, it was all jokes from people like that, you know what I'm saying? Oh, that's what drugs will do to you, that's what you get when you mess with drugs. Lil Peep should have known his fans are morons for even really having any sort of sadness over this situation. That's when it's okay to make jokes and everything, right? But oh no, Demi Lovato overdoses on heroin, guys. What are we gonna do? Alright, so I'm doing this part of the video here because I want to go ahead and highlight what I'm talking about a little bit more. Okay, so what you're looking at right now are memes that were made about Lil Peep after he overdosed doing drugs and all of the, the humor that was pointed out about his death. And to be fair, some of these memes are kind of funny. That's coming from a Peep fan. Same thing with X. When he was killed, there was some funny memes that came out around it. There's some funny Demi Lovato memes too. I'm sorry, it's just the truth. If you didn't have the same thought about Lil Peep dying of an overdose that you do about Demi Lovato, yet you're on Twitter just completely knighting and just defending Demi for her actions, and just spitting on those who hate her and are making fun of her, then I have some news to break to you. You are a hypocrite. In reality, there's nothing funny about any of these people dying from overdoses. The events themselves are not funny. It is, however, possible to make funny jokes about them. But if no jokes are funny about Demi, then I better not see you making jokes about Peep or anyone else, any of the other countless celebrities who have died from drug overdoses. I better see you donating to heroin charities or drug abuse charities and trying to help people become clean, donating to rehab centers, things like that. That's the way I see it. Instead of crying about it on Twitter over jokes, okay? Why don't you actually pay a bit of mind to the local heroin addict who sits in the street all day? I mean, that's just the way that I see it, personally. I do think that Demi Lovato relapsing on heroin is obviously a very sad thing to see. I would never wish that on anybody. Coming from a community with an extremely high rate of heroin addiction and overdoses, living near the overdose capital of America, I mean, I have seen firsthand the issues that heroin addiction in specific creates. Most of the people who are crying over Demi Lovato overdosing have never known an addict in their life. They have never seen an actual addict within like a family or a friend or someone that they know, you know what I'm saying? But I guarantee you that within 6 months after everything blows over, you can look at a lot of those same people and you can see them out in the streets, and you pass a heroin addict laying on the side of the road or something, and they will make sure that it's all jokes then. It's okay to talk down on them then. Lil Peep died, oh, what a piece of garbage, that's what drugs will do to you. oh my god, PewDiePie, he made a joke about Demi Lovato overdosing. You know, cancel PewDiePie. I mean, it's honestly just so sad that we live in a society that there are legitimately people who sit on Twitter literally all day long just waiting for something to get offended about. Just waiting to find a joke or something that they can cry about, you know? And PewDiePie has already been a pretty easy target for people who get offended over everything before. I mean, he said a lot of stupid shit in the past. But I mean, is it really worth making him the 5th highest trending topic in the United States on Twitter over a joke? Over a joke about someone that you don't know? That you have literally no personal connection with on virtually any level? People like to throw the entire, well, what if it was you in their shoes, a Demi Lovato fan? What if it was you in those shoes? How would you feel? Okay, well, last month I had to deal with the death of one of my favorite rappers. XXXTentacion was shot and killed on June 18th, 2018, and I made a video about it. I tweeted a lot about it for a couple days, and there was plenty of pieces of shit who came out on Twitter then and decided that it's okay to make jokes about him dying, it's okay. There was even an entire challenge created around mocking his death. And there have been countless celebrities before who have overdosed or had drug problems that have been mocked and laughed at and made fun of. But now that it's Demi Lovato, now that it's somebody who isn't a rapper or an actress or actor or anything like that, it's a pop star now, now we have to really shit ain't funny. The way that I see it is, if you can make a funny joke about anything, you go ahead and do that. If you're funny, say whatever you want. Obviously, humor is subjective. People are gonna get pissed regardless. But this entire outrage culture that we live in is getting absolutely ridiculous, okay? We're getting to the point where we literally made a man one of the top trends on Twitter over a joke that he posted. You know what I'm saying? Over a shitty little box comic style meme, okay? It's not that deep. That's something I see on Twitter a lot. It's not really that deep, you know what I'm saying? It's a meme. And if someone joking about Demi Lovato overdosing on heroin is enough to send you into an entire rage, I better not see you making fun of Peep or X or other people who have died around, you know, questionable circumstances, drug overdoses, etc., okay? If it's really that serious, I better not be seeing the hypocrisy. And I better not see people trying to honestly destroy an entire man's career over a joke on Twitter. It's ridiculous. And I keep seeing people say that the entire reason PewDiePie did this and everything is because he's just mad that he's not racking in the views and the money anymore, okay? Let me tell you why that's a bunch of bullshit. I looked up his net worth and I found 2 different figures. Either one, honestly, at this point, it doesn't matter. The dude is set, okay? One says that his net worth is estimated at about $20 million, but another one actually ranks him at 30 to 50 million. This dude literally does not ever have to step foot inside of a workplace ever again in his life. He could never upload another video again, let the passive income of all of his videos combined keep rolling in, and he'd still probably be making our yearly salaries per month, okay? He's ridiculously wealthy. He's still ridiculously popular. And to say the reason that he makes shit memes on Twitter is because, you know, he's going broke and he's not getting those views anymore is ridiculous. I'm tired of it, you know? I'm tired of getting on Twitter, and especially ever since Demi Lovato overdosed. Now it's just millions upon millions of people who used to spit on heroin addicts and talk to them like they were dirt, and every rapper who overdosed on drugs was garbage and had no influence on the world or anything. But the moment Demi Lovato overdoses, guys, this isn't funny. It's a national health crisis. It's a really big deal. She had a huge impact on the world. By the way, I don't think I've ever heard a single one of her songs. But yeah, heroin addiction is definitely a national issue in the United States. But the hypocritical reaction and the false outrage that has been pointed towards PewDiePie over really a harmless joke on Twitter is just absolutely ridiculous, guys. Anyways, I just wanted to make this video because I'm just sick and tired of getting on Twitter and I just constantly see this crap over and over and over again, and to see this entire thing unfold over like the last couple hours has just, I don't know, it rubbed me the wrong way because there's no reason that this should have even been an issue. But anyways, if you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. We are almost to 100,000 subscribers here on the channel, and by the way, make sure to hit notifications for always to get live updates about all of my newest content and live streams. Follow me on Twitter at @SubToOptimus for memes, thoughts, and updates about videos and other channel-related topics. Join the Discord below. We're almost to 1,000 members down there. Lots of awesome stuff is going on there as well. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus, patrolling the Twitter sphere and signing out.